Everyone's leaving. You know, something's wrong. Something ain't right, man. Right, bro. Ain't no reason y'all gonna start us to be dipping like this, bro. Like, them niggas quitting. Ain't just niggas getting tired. Niggas are quitting.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Dogs about to kick it away and get this season started. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Marshall's offense will have the ball first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Turner. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They feed him again. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. They'll try the toss to the left. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs to buy some time. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Jukes his way for more. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Grabbed over the middle, it's Norton. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First play of this drive comes from the 27. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it past the marker. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Got room to work. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The give to the tailback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give out of the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep, finding open areas. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's dealt. Great move. Now he's got room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Unloads to the wideout. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff from the gun. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Still on his feet. On the run, fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Trying play action. Got a man. It's Allen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Power football with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's dealt. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Hunt is on its way. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fighting off the defender. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. He's got it again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Allen. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He's going to run it. Turning on the Jets. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. At midfield, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. And now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bulldogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Branch. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. They'll start this drive from the 42. Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A low line drive and short kick. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And on 2nd down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. The give from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. On the move, he fires. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Marshall will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Branch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Turner. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. Oh, it's a reverse. Can't get him to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he's dragged down. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. To the air, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle, it's Branch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Here's the heat.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Here's the pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt cut. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Red pass, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable.
Rides to back and leads it. Runs through a tackle.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Dropping back, it's Turner. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Norton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Snagged in the middle. It's Harmon. And that is how we will wrap this one up. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving